Assalamu alaikum students. Today I am going to explain you coordinate geometry, which is one of the important topic in IGCSE 0580. So I will try to cover complete coordinate geometry in this presentation. Okay. So guys, for this, you must have your calculator in front of you because I'm going to use calculator a lot. Uh, in the beginning, I'm going to go through with the content which we need to cover and which is in the syllabus. As you see, the front page is in front of you. This is worksheet number 6, and the front page, as always, I go through with the um, the content which is required to cover in that particular worksheet. For example, if you see the worksheet number 6, as I said, it is based on coordinate geometry. So in coordinate geometry, this is a student needs to know E 3.1 about the knowledge of coordinates, E 3.2 how to draw the linear graphs, and then E 3.3 what is the gradient of a linear graph, then E 3.4 how to find the length and the midpoint, E 3.5 how to find the equation of a line in different contexts, and then E 3.6 what is the concept of parallel lines, and then the final thing is E 3.7 what are the perpendicular lines and how to find the equations of the perpendicular line. So there are 7 main concepts in 0580 in the coordinate geometry, right? So without any further delay, boys, I just want you to know this basic thing, which is E 3.1, how to represent or how to plot the points on the rectangular coordinate plane, yani x-axis, y-axis. Some people call it as Cartesian coordinate system, or you can call it as rectangular coordinate system. In rectangular coordinate system, we have x-axis, the horizontal line, the y-axis, the vertical line, and both x-axis and y-axis, they intersect each other perpendicularly at the point, and that is called the origin, whose coordinates are 0, 0. Now, if I say the point 2, 3, then it means that I have to move 2 units to the right from the origin and 3 units up. The rectangular coordinate plane has 4 quadrants. This is first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. Now, in the first quadrant, if I have any point, that point has x coordinate positive and y coordinate also positive because you go right and you go up. So right is always represented with a plus sign. But if you have a point in the second quadrant, then you go left. So that's why the x coordinate is negative. But you go up. That's why the y coordinate is positive. But if you have any point in the third quadrant, then you go left. So your x coordinate is negative. And you go down, your y coordinate is also negative. But if you have a point in the fourth quadrant, then you have to go to the right. Then your x coordinate is positive, and go down to get to that point. Your y coordinate is negative. Yes. Another important point is the origin, its coordinates are 0, 0. But if the point is on the x-axis, positive x-axis, then the y coordinate will be 0. And whatever the distance you cover along the x-axis, you just write it over here. But if you are on the y-axis, then your x coordinate will be 0 because you don't go right or left. You go either up or you go down. So any point on the x-axis or y-axis is not going to be considered in any coordinate. That is on the x-axis, then y coordinate 0. And if it is on the y-axis, then the x coordinate is 0. Now, suppose if I have 2, 3, then means 2 right, 3 up. Negative 3, 2 means what? 3 left, 2 up. And negative 2, negative 4 means 2 left and 4 down. Now, if you can see, I have shown here a coordinate grid, and there are several points. Can I write their coordinates? Excellent. Yes, why not? First of all, the coordinates of A, as you know, he has gone 1 unit right, and then he has gone 3 units up. So the coordinates of point A are 1 and 3. 1 is the x coordinate and 3 is the y coordinate. Now I want to write B. So for this, I need to go 5 units to the right and 1 unit up. So this is the coordinates. I wrote it for the point B. If I want to write C, that should be 3, 5. For D, that is on the x-axis. So if it is on the x-axis, the y coordinate should be 0. So you just go 1 right. And E is 2, 2. F is 5, 6. G, the point is on the y-axis. It means the x coordinate is 0. So only I write the y coordinate, which is 4. And then H is 4, 3. So this is not difficult, although I selected all the points in the first quadrant or positive x-axis or y-axis, but you can apply the same thing in other quadrants as well. Now, if he gives you the points, so 3, 1 means 3 right and 1 up. So this is my point A. 2, 5, 2 right, 5 up. That is my point B. I'm showing these points on the rectangular coordinate plane. 5, 4, 5, 4, that is point C. D, 1, 1, this is D. E, 4, 0. So since the y coordinate is 0, so it means that I need to be on the x-axis. So this is my E point. And then F. Now, x coordinate is 0. So you must be on the y-axis. So F point is shown. G, 3, 3. So this is 3, 3, and I'm going to call it as G. And 0, 0 is origin, and that is your H. Now, we can see in question number 3, he has given all the 4 quadrants, and now I need to show these points on the rectangular coordinate plane. -3, -2, how do I read it? 3 left, 2 down. 3 left, 2 down. So this is point A. The next one, 1 minus 2. 1 comma minus 2. 1 is the x coordinate and -2 is the y coordinate. So 1 right, 2 down. 1 right, 2 down. So that is my B point. Next, C point, 3 right, 1 up. 3 right, 1 up. That is my C point. And D is -1, 1. -1 means 1 left, 1 up. Now he said what type of quadrilateral it is if we join them. Oh, wow. It looks like a famous quadrilateral in which opposite sides are parallel. So this is a parallelogram. Okay, this is a parallelogram. So the first concept, plotting the points on the rectangular coordinate plane is done. And now the second concept is how to draw the linear graphs. Drawing, I'm not talking sketching, drawing. For the drawing, you need to make a table. Table is must. And he must have provided you the equation of a line. Now, guys, equation of a line can be given in this form. For example, y is equals to 2x plus 1. Very easy to make the table. And in the table, you have 2 rows. First row x, second row is y. So your x is independent. You can pick any values. It's up to you, negative or positive value. So I'm going to write -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. So I pick 5 values of x. This is independent values. You can choose any values. But most of the time, the examiner will provide you these values of x. Now, what do you need to do? You need to use algebra. So substitute this -2 in the place of x, -1 in the place of x, 0 in the place of x. So one by one, you will plug them here. Now, I'm going to share with you a very important technique, which is very helpful from calculator. Suppose the calculator is in front of us. I can write y is equals to 2x plus, don't write y is equal to 2x plus 1, just write 2x, press alpha, and bracket close. So 2x plus 1, I write it there. And now you need to press calc. So once you press calc, calculator will ask you which value of x you want to evaluate this expression. So first value of x is -2. I'm going to write here -2 and then press the equal sign. Calculator will tell me once I plug the value of x -2 there, it will give me the final answer. Value of y will be -3. I can do it manually in front of you. Look at that. In the place of x, I'm going to write -2 plus 1. Imagine what is 2 times -2? It is -4 plus 1. And what is -4 plus 1? Obviously, that is -3. So look, it is matching with the calculator answer. So I would suggest you, if the calculator is allowed, you can rely on the calculator and use the calc function to get your answers. And then I press the equal sign. Now another value of x is -1 and press again equal. It gives me -1. Now I want to use a 0, press equal sign. Now which value of x? 0. It gives me 1. And then I keep on writing the values for me. Value of x, 1. It gives me 3. And then another value, 2. It gives me 5. But again, I will tell you, you need to plug this value of x here one by one, and -2, then try to get the value of y. In the same way, you can, get all the values of y. Got it? So I have basically 5 points. And the first point is -2, -3, -1, -1, 0, 1, 1 and 3, and 2 and 5. Then I plot all these 5 points on the grid, and then I draw the line passing through all these 5 points. So let me do in front of you this question. So y is equals to 2x plus 1. First thing, the manual technique which I have told you, okay? What is the value of x I have? -1. The manual technique is y equals 2. In the place of x, I write -1. So this is -2 plus 1, and that gives me -1. So I can write here negative any 1, which is already found by the examiner. Okay, but few spaces are empty. I just need to find the empty spaces. So y equals 2. In the place of x, I'm going to put 1 plus 1. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. I'm going to write here 3. Then y is equals to 2 times 2 plus 1. That is 4 plus 1. This is 5. And 3 is already done by the examiner. Okay. But if you want to check your answer, is it correct? You may use the calc function of a calculator. The calc function of a calculator says, what is the equation I have? Don't write y equals, just write 2 alpha x plus 1 and press the calc sign. Which value of x you want it? 1. And press equal. Yes, I got 3. Another press the equal sign again, and now you need to press 2, because at x is equal to 2, I want to get the value of y. So it gives me 5. So calc function is very helpful. Now, there is another function in the calculator. I want to talk about it, and that is called a table function. So press the mod and try to find in the menu somewhere is written table. So I will press 7, and this will give me a table. Now, table, don't write y. Again, 2x plus 1, 2, alpha, bracket close, we'll write x plus 1 once you write it, and then you need to press the equal sign. Now, calculator will ask you another function. Ignore it. Press the equal sign again. Now, from which value of x you want to start? I want to start from x -1. So -1, press equal sign again, and then the calculator will ask you which value of x you want to stop at. I want to stop at 3. I want to stop at 3. My start is, this is my start, and this is my end. So I press 3 and equal sign. Now, this point is to be noted. Step. Step means from -1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3. How much difference is involved? So in each time, the step is 1. So you need to write a step of 1. Mostly, we put the step 1. Now press the equal sign. Look, the table will come in front of you. When the x is -1, your y is -1. Is it matching? When the x is 0, your y is 1. When the x is 1, your y is 3. So no need to find each value of x, value of y separately by substituting values of x. You can find all the values in the table. Now, x is equal to 2 gives you 5, y 5. X is equal to 3, y is 7. So, alhamdulillah, we can use two functions of calculator. Number one, calc function, and the second one is the table function. But I would suggest you, since most of the values are already done by the examiner and few cells are empty, so you can use the calc function. Okay, now after doing this job, guys, I would love to plot these 5 points. What are the points I have? I have -1, -1. I have 0, 1. I have 1, 3. I have 2, 5. I have 3, 7. So I want to plot them. So -1, -1, as I told you, always read it like this. One left, one down. One left, one left. This is one left, not two boxes, because you need to read the units. Along x-axis, 2 boxes is 1 unit, and along y-axis, 1 box is 1 unit. So be careful about that. -1 and one left, one down. So this is my first point. Done. 0, 1. 0 means no right, no left, just one up. Put a dot. 1, 3. One right, 3 up. Put a dot. This is done. 2, 5. 2 right and 5 up. Put a dot. Then 3 right and 7 up. 3 right and 7 up. Now, I have all the points. They must lie on a same straight line. I'm ready to draw my line, which is passing through all these 5 points. So I'm done. Now, important thing is this. Sometime examiner gives you limits, yani from -1 to 1, so don't extend it. 1 to 3, so just draw it till here. No need to, continue this for, sorry. No need to extend it, because the examiner said you need to draw it from -1 to 3. So I need from -1 till 3. So don't extend your line beyond that. And that's all. If you draw it, you will not make it, make you mistaken. But in general, we need to be careful about the techniques which are required, and show your expertise, up to the expectations of the examiner. So this question looks like the same as what we did. Okay. So you can do it by yourself. Next is question number 2. Now, this question number 2, guys, it's not written in that form, y is equal to in terms of x. Here he has written x and y together and 20 is on the other side. That's not a big deal. So how can I solve this question? Either you guys can keep the y here and send the 4x to the other side, and you write y equals -4x plus 20, and apply the same technique as I discussed with you. However, if you don't want to do this, then you can carry on with substituting the values. So you have x0, so substitute it 0. I'm going to do that. 4, 0 plus y is equal to 20. So 4 times 0 is 0, finished. So y is equal to 20. I'm going to write here 20. And then 4 in the place of x, I'm going to write 1, 1, 1 plus y is equal to 20, 4 plus y is equal to 20, y is equal to 20 minus 4, so y is equals to 16. So I'm going to write here 16. Okay, now value of x is 2 now. 4 in the x place, I write 2. So 8 plus y is equal to 20. Y is equal to 20 minus 8, so y is equal to 12. So I'm going to write here 12. And then you carry on with this and complete the table. So it will give you 8 and 4, and that gives you 0. So I have 5 points, 0, 20, 1, 16, 2, 12, 3, 8, 4, 4, 5, 0, and then I can easily plot them. Where is 0, 20, boys? This is 0, 20. 0 means no right, no left, just 20 up. 116, that is the point. Go up 116, 212. This is 212. 3 right, 8 up. Here is the point. 4 right, 4 up. Here is the point. 5 right, no up, no down. So now you can easily draw the straight line. Clear? You can draw this one. So did you see I did not extend the lines? I just started from the y-axis 20 until 5 on the x-axis. Same idea, boys. I'm not going to do this. You can do it by yourself. Again, x plus y is equals to 3, 2x plus y is equal to 4, x plus 2y is equal to negative 2. Why not? I can solve this question for you. The guy gave me x plus 2y is equal to negative 2. I have to plug negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2y is equals to negative 2. So 2y is equal to negative 2 plus 1. 2y is equal to negative 1, and y is equal to negative 1 over 2. So I'm going to write here negative 1 over 2 or negative 0.5. Now I'm going to substitute here 0 in the place of x. 0 plus 2y is equal to negative 2. So y is equal to negative 2 over 2. So y is equal to negative 1. Then I substitute here 1 in the place of x. Plus 2y is equal to negative 2. So 2y is equal to negative 2, negative 1. 2y is equal to negative 3, and y is equal to negative 3 over 2, which is negative 1.5. I'm going to write it. Okay. And then it will become negative 2 and then negative 2.5 in the same way. Now we can easily plot these points on the number on the grid. What was the first point? Negative 1, negative 0.5. How can I do that? This is negative 1, negative 0.5. It is in between of 0 and negative 1. Then we have 0, negative 1. This is 0, negative 1. I have to draw that. Then 2, negative 2, 2, negative 2. This is the line. Okay. At 1, we have minus 1.5. And 3, we have minus 2.5. So then you can draw a line passing through these points. Easy. Now sketching. Drawing is done. So drawing, either examiner gives you the equation y is equal to 2x plus 3, easy, or he gives you 2x plus y is equals to 4. In both cases, you can easily make the table and plot those points, and all the points must be lying on the same straight line, or the line which you draw should pass through all those points. Interestingly, I'm going to use another command word. So you have seen drawing, and now I'm saying sketching. Sketching doesn't need table, doesn't need plotting the points. Sketching is just based on your information about the features of the graph. What are the features of the graph? Where the graph cuts the y-axis, and what is the gradient? And gradient is rise over run. Let me explain you how I'm going to sketch the lines. Boys, when we look at the line has three types. We can have a horizontal line like this. We can have a vertical line like this. We can have a slanted line. Slanted line can be like this or can be like this. So this gradient is 0, this gradient is infinity, this gradient is positive, and this gradient is negative. Because when someone is going up, your gradient is positive. When someone is going down, the gradient is negative. But if there is a vertical line, the gradient is infinity. If there is a horizontal line, the gradient is 0. So be careful. You must have an information about the four types of gradients, horizontal, and the three types of line: horizontal line, vertical line, and slanted line. So slanted line can be with a positive gradient or with a negative gradient. What is a horizontal line? Let me explain you. Horizontal line. If I say y is equals to 3, very easy. Y is equals to 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. The equation of the horizontal line, y is equals to 3. This is the horizontal line, and it is parallel to the x-axis. So y is equals to 3 is the horizontal line. If I want to draw y is equals to 2, so this is cutting the y-axis at 2. Equation of the line is y is equal to 2. This is y is equals to 1. And x-axis equation is y is equal to 0. Some students, they are confused. X-axis mean x is equal to 0. No, on the x-axis, y is 0. So the equation of the x-axis is y is equals to 0. Now, if I draw any line parallel to x-axis and cutting the y at -5, so the equation of the line is -5. So what did we learn? All horizontal lines, their equations are y is equals to some number. Suppose I want to sketch y is equal to -4. So y is equal to -4 means this is the horizontal line. I draw x-axis, y-axis. I just need to show this is -1, -2, -3, -4. This is -4. So draw the horizontal line. This is y is equal to -4. I hope it is clear to you. Now, can you guess how the vertical line looks like? Yes, your guess is 110% correct. Now, x is equals to 1 means this is a vertical line. Let me show you guys. This is x-axis and 1 is here. Let me draw this line. So this line is called x is equals to 1. If I want to write the equation of this line which cuts the x-axis at 5. So the equation of a line is x is equal to 5. Oh, Mr. Omar, can I write the equation of the y-axis? Yes, the y-axis equation is x is equals to 0 because it is cutting the x-axis at 0. So can I write the equation of a line which is parallel to the y-axis but cutting the x-axis at -6? What is the equation of this line? X is equal to -6. So Alhamdulillah, so far we understand how to write the horizontal and the vertical equation. So horizontal equation is y is equals to something and vertical equation is x is equal to something. So if I want to draw x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 3, we know y is equal to 3 is a horizontal line and x is equal to 3 is a vertical line. I want to draw them. Why not? So where is x3? This is 3 on the x-axis. Can I draw that? Boys, so this vertical line is x is equal to 3. And if I want to draw y is equals to 3 on the y-axis, this is 3. So this equation is, this line, this equation is y is equals to 3. So vertical and horizontal lines are explained to you. One more time, I want to highlight what is the equation of the x-axis. The equation of the x-axis is y is equals to 0, and the equation of the y-axis is x is equal to 0. Don't forget this most important point. Now let's move on to the next target, slanted lines. Now if I say y is equals to 2x plus 3, wonderful, very, very easy. Y is equals to 2x plus 3. Now, this constant number is always called a y-intercept. So this is C, y-intercept. This is called y-intercept because where the line cuts the y-axis. So this is 3. 1, 2, 3. This is my C, and that is 3. And any number which is written along with the x, yani coefficient of x, that is the gradient. So 2 over 1. Everyone knows gradient is represented by m, and it is rise over run. It is rise over run. So 2 means 2 over 1. So means 2 up and 1 right. 2 up and 1 right. So how do you move? You have to move from your y-intercept. So Mr. Omar, I'm going to go 2 up, 1, 2, 2 units up. And from here, 1 unit right. Wow, I stopped here, and that was my start of the journey. So can I draw a line passing through these 2 points? So this is a rough sketch of a line when you know the y-intercept and you know the gradient. The examiner may give you, suppose, the equation not in this form. He may give you 2x plus y is equals to -3. No worries. Can I convert it into y is equals to mx plus c form? So send your 2x to the right. So y is equals to -2x, -3, because it was have a positive sign. Now it is a negative sign. So -2 can be written as -2 over 1. What's my y-intercept? That is -3. So can I stand on -3? 1, 2, 3. So this is -3. I'm standing here. So 2 minus 2 over 1. Minus 2 over 1 means 2 down and 1 right. So 2 down, I go from here, 2 down, and then 1 right. So you draw this line, which is the sketch of 2x plus y is equal to -3. So let's do all questions on sketching, which I have provided in the sheet. That will be very helpful for you to understand because the grid is given. Y is equals to 3, -3. Mr. Omar, y is equal to -3. This is a horizontal line, so I'm going to draw that. This is the horizontal line. Y is equals to -3 because it cuts the y-axis at -3. X is equals to -5. It will be found on the x-axis, where is -5. This is -5. So I have to draw the line, vertical line, which should cut the x-axis at -5. So I'm going to draw this. Imagine I have drawn a vertical line whose equation is x is equals to -5. So sketching is going great. Now, y is equal to 2x minus 1. It is not horizontal. It is not vertical. Rather, it is a slanted line. So slanted line means what is the y-intercept given to me? -1. So I should stand on -1. Okay, I'm standing here. How to move? What is my gradient? My gradient is 2. 2 means 2 over 1. 2 over 1 means what? 2 up and 1 right. So I need to move from the vertex, from the y-intercept, which was -1. So I need to go 2 units up. So I'm going to go 2 units up and 1 unit to the right. So this is my final point. So can I draw the rough sketch? So this is the rough sketch of y is equal to 2x minus 1. So let me try to draw this one. What is the y-intercept I have? 4. So let me stand on 4. This is my 4. I'm standing on 4. What's my gradient, guys? My gradient is 4 over 1. Oh, Mr. Omar, there is no 4 units up. No problem. It's a sketch, and sketch doesn't need proper scaling. Just estimate 1, 2, 3, 4 units up. I go 4 units up and 1 unit to the right. So this is the rough sketch. Now y is equal to -x plus 0 because there is no y-intercept. So you must be standing on 0. Gradient is -1. -1 means -1 over 1 means 1 down and 1 right. So 1 down and 1 right. So this is my final point. This is the rough sketch. Now 3 is your y-intercept. I need to stand on 3. -3 is your gradient. I can call -3 as -3 over 1. -3 means 3 down and 1 right. 3 units down 1, 2, 3, and 1 unit right. So this is my final point. Can I draw a line passing through these two? Yes. Y is equals to 5. This is y is equals to 5. Horizontal line. This is horizontal line. Negative 4. I'm standing on negative 4. 4 over 1. 4 units up. And 4 units up. And 1 unit right. So allow me to draw the line. Your y-intercept is 2, boys. And 1 unit up. And 4 units to the right. So this is the sketch. Your y-intercept is 1. So 1 over 3, 1 unit up. And 3 units to the right. So this is the rough sketch. You are standing on negative 2. Negative 1 over 2 means 1 down and 2 right. 1 down, 2 right. This is the rough sketch. Plus 0, you're standing on the origin. 1 down and 4 units to the right. So this is the rough sketch. So boys, so far we have learned how to sketch the lines. Now we come to the E3.3 where a line is drawn by the examiner and we need to write the gradient, which is very, very easy. You just need to focus at those points from where the line is passing through those points which are the corners, and the line should be passing through this one. So look at that. This is the corner. This is the corner. Okay. Now, can I find the gradient? Very easy. From here, how much he goes up? 2 units up and 1 unit to the right. So my gradient is 2 over 1. 2 up, 1 right. Can I write the gradient from here? Suppose if I pick this point and this point, they are on the corner. So 1 up, 1 right. So my gradient is 1. In this case, what's my gradient? And I'm going to look at this point and this point. How much? 3 units up, 1 unit right. So my gradient is 3 over 1 or 3. Next. Look at this and this. I go 1 unit up and 2 units right. So my gradient is 1 over 2. In this case, I move from here. So looks like this, okay? Because I have to be careful that point should be passing through the corners of the squares. So suppose this point I'm starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units up and 1 unit right. So gradient is 5 over 1. Now guys, be careful. It's a negative slope. How? Because the line is going down. When the line is going down, it's a negative slope or negative gradient. Okay, what are the 2 points I want to select? They must be the corners. So this and this. So let me do that. 2 down and 1 right. So my gradient is minus 2 over 1 or just negative 2. Next. This slope is also negative because it is going down. Which 2 points you would love to consider? Obviously this point and this point. First, you go 1, 2, 3, 4 units down and 1 unit to the right. So my gradient is negative 4 over 1 or simply negative 4. Now I'm picking this point and this point. 1 unit down and 2 units right. So my gradient is negative 1 over 2. I'm going to pick this point and and this point. So what's the gradient? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units up and 1 unit right. So my gradient is 6/1. Now the guy said, can you draw the lines whose gradients are 2? So very good. 2 means 2/1. So it's better to start from the origin because he didn't mention what is the y-intercept. So 2 units up and 1 unit right. So this is the line I'm going to talk about. 4/1. So go 4 unit up and 4 units right. So this is the line. 7/1. So go 7 up and 1 right. So that is the equation. -1/1. 1 unit down and 1 unit to the right. This is the gradient. -3/1. From the origin, go 3 units down. You can draw from anywhere, guys. 3, for example, I'm starting at 5. So 3 units down, 3 units down, and 1 unit to the right. So this is the line. You can draw anywhere because the y-intercept is not fixed. -5. I'm going to start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 units down and 1 unit to the right. So my line is like this. 1/2, 1 unit up and 2 units right. So this is the gradient. 10, oh, it's too big. Now 10, 0, if I move from -2 to 8, okay, I'm moving from all the way up, 10 units up and 1 unit to the right. So this is the gradient. Yani, I started from here, go up till 8, that is 10 units up, then 1 unit to the right. It's easy now to draw the line passing through these 2 points. Next is how to find a gradient when the coordinates are given to you. Easy. Gradient is basically y2 minus y1, the difference of y coordinates and the difference of x coordinate. Let me explain to you. If the examiner says there is a line passing through 2 points, this is AB and this B is CD. And he said, can you find the gradient? It's very easy. You need to find the difference of y coordinates divided by the difference of x coordinates. Now, what are the y coordinates? B and D are the y coordinates, and the corresponding x coordinates are A and C. And on the top, you have to write the difference of y coordinates. Now, if a student can write B minus D, if a student writes, if you write here, B minus D, then you should write A minus C in the denominator. But if you write D minus B, yani D minus B, then you have to write in the denominator C minus A. In this way, we will try to find the gradient of any line passing through the 2 points. So let's do this question, guys, together. You will say, Mr. Omar, I have the y coordinate 11 and here is 5. I can write it as 11 minus 5 over, okay, 11 minus 5 over 4 minus 1. What is 11 minus 5? 6. 4 minus 1 is 3. So my gradient is 2. But if a student says, no, I want to take 5 first, so 5 minus 11 over 1 minus 4, that is also the way of doing it, right? Let's do the next question. What are the y coordinates? 8 and 0. I'm going to write 8 minus 0, and then the corresponding difference in the denominator will be 6 minus 4. Don't write 4 minus 6, 6 minus 4. So 8 minus 0 is 8, and 6 minus 4 is 2. So my answer is 4. Now, what are the y coordinates? 6 and 1. What is the gradient? 6 minus 1 over 3 minus 2. I'm going to write 3 minus 2, and that will give you 5 over 5, which is 1. So I found the gradient. Now, it gives you 6 and -9. I will write 6 minus 9 over 2 minus 4, 2 minus 4. So 6 plus 9, 2 plus 4, 15 over 6, and then I can write it as 5 over 2 or 2.5. Now this slope will be definitely negative. How can I find it? I have to find the difference. Either you guys 8 minus 6 or minus 6, minus 8 over 4 minus 3. So minus 14 over 7, and my gradient is -2. Now, in this case, I have my y coordinate 6 and 3. I'm going to write it as 3 minus 6 over 3 minus 6 over -1, -1 minus -3. So when I write 3 minus 6 is give me -3 and -3. So it gives me +2, guys, because this is +3. So -3, -1 plus 3 will give you 2. So -3 over 2 is the gradient. Now, examiner has given you 2 points. This time he didn't give you the line. He said that, can you find the gradient of a line passing through these 2 points? You can use, this formula. Gradient is equals to y2 minus y1, which is 10 minus 4 over 3 minus 1. So m is equal to 6 over 2, which is equals to 3. Now I want to find the gradient here. y2 minus y1. So 12 minus 0 over 3 minus 0. So that will give you 4. Suppose this question, what is my y1 and this is y2? I can write y2 minus y1, 14 minus -2 over 9 minus 5. So that gives me 16 over 4. The answer will be 4. In this case, I want to find a gradient. Y2 is this and y1 is this. So -2, -6 over 0, 0 minus -8. So -8 over 8, and the final answer is 1. Guys, in the same way, you can find the gradient. One very interesting point, which I want to mention it here, and student needs to know that if I have 2, 3, and there is a b2, 7, and I ask you what is the gradient, then you do 7 minus 3 over 2 minus 2. And now this is 4 over 0. In mathematics, if you have any line, if you have a fraction and you get 0 in the denominator, your answer is infinity. The gradient infinity means this is a vertical line. I told you it's a vertical line. And what is the equation of that line? Guys, quickly you can write the equation of a line is, what is this? This is x2. So x is equal to 2 is the equation of this line. And x is equal to 2 vertical line, when you try to find a gradient, your gradient will become infinity. Why? Because your denominator becomes 0. There is another case. If I have a point 23 and you have a b point 43, and if I want to find the gradient, 3 minus 3 over 4 minus 2, so 0 over 2. Imagine this time the 0 came in the numerator, so your answer is 0. So what type of line it is? It is a horizontal line because its gradient is 0. What is the equation of the horizontal line? Can you check that? Your y coordinates are same. So you will say that, Mr. Omar, y is equals to 3 is the equation of the line because its gradient is 0. So be careful. You always not find gradient for slanted lines. Sometimes you find the gradient of horizontal lines, vertical lines, positive gradients, negative gradient. So you need to know that because gradient has 4 types. I told you in the beginning: horizontal line, vertical line, negative slope, positive slope. So you have gradient 0, you have gradient infinity, you have gradient negative, you have gradient positive. Next case is how to find the midpoint. A midpoint is interesting, guys. At first, a student needs to know what is the meaning of average. And if I have 2 and 7, and I want to know the average of these two numbers, how can I do that? I just need to add them up and divide it by the total numbers, 2. So 9 over 2, 4.5. So 4.5 is in the middle of 2 and 7. I can find the average. If I give you 3, 5, 7, and 8, and I said, can you find the average of these numbers? What will you do? You will add them up and divide it by the total numbers, 4. So this is the average. So when a person wants to find the midpoint, for example, this is 2, 3, and B is 6, 11, and you want to find the midpoint of these 2 points. What is the thing? You have to take the average of the x coordinates. So how to do the average? Add them and divide it by 2. Can I take the average of the y coordinates also? So 3 plus 11 divided by, no need to take the minus. So you just need to add the x coordinates and add the y coordinates and then divided by 2. So your final answer will be 4 and 7. And where is that midpoint? If you have this A point and this is the B point, obviously midpoint will be somewhere here. I hope it is clear to you. Now, the question which is given to me, midpoint I want to find. So what is the x coordinate? 2. What is the x coordinate here? 6. So 2 plus 6 divided by 2 always, comma. What is the y coordinate? 4. What is the y coordinate? 8. 4 plus 8. Don't take the difference. We take average. That's why I use a word average. Average means add all the value y coordinates and divide it by 2. Now simplify. 8 over 2 and 12 over 2. Final answer in the simplest form, it is 4 and 6. So 4, 6 is the midpoint of AB. Now I want to find the midpoint of AB where the x coordinate is -3 and this x coordinate is 5. So I'm going to write -3 plus 5 whole over 2, and here is 5 plus minus 1 over 2. What is the answer? 2 over 2, and this is 4 over 2, and the answer is 1 comma 2. Let's do another midpoint. 1 plus 7 over 2 comma 2 plus 10 over 2. So 8 over 2 and 12 over 2. My answer is 4 and 6. Now I want to write the midpoint for this. -4 plus 2 whole over 2, -3 plus 9 over 2. So the answer is -2 over 2 and 6 over 2, -1 and 3. If I want to find the midpoint for this, 0 plus 6 over 2, 0 plus 6 over 2, I get 6 over 2 and 6 over 2. Answer is 3 and 3. I want to find a midpoint for this, -5 plus 3 over 2, 2 plus minus 4 over 2. This gives me -2 over 2 and -2 over 2. Man's answer is -1 and -1. I want to find the midpoint, -8 plus 4 over 2, -6 plus 2 over 2. So my answer is -4 over 2, -4 over 2. That gives me -2 and -2. I want to find the midpoint, 2 plus 10 over 2, -5 plus minus 1 over 2. And this is 12 over 2, and this is -6 over 2, 6 and -3. Midpoint of this one, 1 plus 5 over 2, -3 plus 9 over 2, and that gives me 6 over 2 and 6 over 2. Final answer is 3 comma 3. -2 plus 8 over 2, 7 plus 3 over 2, so 6 over 2 and 10 over 2, that gives you 3 and 5. So we understood the concept of midpoint. For extended learners, I want to give you one very important point. Sometime examiner can play with you. You know how? He gives you a point, 2, suppose 3, and he gives you the midpoint in advance. He gives you midpoint, that's 6, and supposedly he said this is 7. Now he says, can you find the B point? That's interesting. Easy peasy. How? Look, a person moves from 2 to 6. So how many units the person has gone? It's from 3 units. So definitely you have to go 3 units to the right. So 6 plus 3 will give you what? 9. So I can easily write the x coordinate. Okay, come on. Your y coordinate is 3 and it has gone to 7. How much you have gone up? You have gone 4 units up. So definitely you have to go 4 units up. So from 7, you have to go 4 units up. 7 plus 4 is 11. So a person can also find the end points if the midpoints are given by using this technique. I can give you one more question from my side. Suppose if I give you a point, 2, 9, and I give you B point 6, 11, and I said, can you find, no, I gave you the midpoint. I gave you the midpoint, and I say, can you find the x coordinate and the y coordinate? It's very simple. You move from 2 to the 6. So it means that you go 3 units to the right. So you have to go 3 units to the right. So your 6 becomes 9. Now you move from 9 to the 11. You just move 2 units up. And then from 11, you need to go 2 units up. So you will be ended up at 13. So guys, imagine we can do the question very quickly if one of the endpoint is required. But this is for the extended learners. Another important thing is how to find the distance between the 2 points. If you want to find the distance between the 2 points, we use Pythagorean formula. What is the Pythagorean formula? Pythagorean formula says that if you know A, this is your B, this is C, and it is always equals to A squared plus B squared, and you put a square root. Okay, if you know this length, you write here this length square, and if you know this Y, you write y squared, and then you take the square root. Let me explain you how I'm going to explain you this formula. If there is a point A, AB, and there is a point B, CD, and you want to find distance between them, this distance is required. You can make, a right angle triangle. Okay. Now this is what? From A to C, what is this distance? This is C minus A. And what is this distance, guys? This is D minus B. So can I apply the Pythagorean formula? The Pythagorean formula is like this. This is C minus A, and this is D minus B. So let me explain you in my way. Whenever you want to find the distance between the 2 points, whenever you want to find the distance between the 2 points, you always need to write a big square root, bracket open close squared, plus bracket open close squared. That is the must you have to write. What I'm going to write it over here, you will be writing here the difference of x coordinates. Wallahi guys, either you write A minus C or you write C minus A. It doesn't make sense because there is a square on the top, it absorbs the minus sign. So we don't care. In gradient, we do care. Like if I do D minus B, then I have to write C minus A. But in the case of distance, you can write A minus C or C minus A. In the second bracket, you need to write B minus D. Either B minus D or you can write D minus B, and then you get your distance. If it is a non-calculated question, your answer may come in square root, and examiner must have mentioned over there, give the answer in a surd form. So we also know what is the surd form of 24. And I do the prime factorization of 24. So 2 and 12. 2, 6, 2, and 3. How many pairs I have? Only one pair. So this pair will make 1, 2 outside. And inside, I'm left with 2 times 3, which is 6. So 2 square root of 6 is the surd of square root of 24. So let's start doing the questions which are given under distance. The first question, find the distance between, or find the length between the 2 points. I need to write a square root. Bracket open close squared plus bracket open close squared. Next question is also bracket open close squared plus bracket open close squared. And next again, bracket open close squared, bracket open close squared under the square root. Next question, bracket open close squared plus bracket open close squared. Wow. Mr. Omar, we understand it. Okay, one more time. Bracket open close squared, bracket open close squared. Done. Now, next thing is, what is the x coordinate? 2 and 6. I'm going to write it here. What is the x coordinate? Negative 4 and 2. I'm going to write it here. What is here? 0 and 5. I'm going to write it here. Negative 3 and 4. I'm going to write it here. And 1 and 7. I'm going to write it here. So let's do that. It's up to you. Either you write 2 minus 6 or 6 minus 2. Mr. Omar, I'm going to write 6 minus 2. 6 minus 2. Can I write 2 minus minus 2 minus minus 4? Can I write 5 minus 0? Can I write here 4 minus minus 3? And can I write it here 7 minus 1? Bravo. Now let's do the same thing for the y coordinate. So this is 3, this is 7. I'm going to write it here. This is 2 and this is 5. I'm going to write it here. This is 0, this is 12, I'm going to write it here. This is negative 1, 3, I'm going to write it here. And this is 5, -3. I'm going to write it here. Okay, go ahead. 5 minus 2, I'll write it here. 12 minus 0, then 3 minus 1, then -3 minus 5. Then, yes, the next job is a calculator job, or you can do it mentally. How? 6 minus 2 is 4. It's a 4 squared. 7 minus 3 is 4 squared. Mr. Omar, 4 squared is 16 plus 16. It is square root of 32. And what is the surd of square root of 32? Come on, do the prime factorization. 2, 16, 2, 8, 2, 4, and 2, 2. How many pairs? 1 and 2 pairs. So this gives you 1, 2. This gives you 1, 2. So these two are outside. So 2 times 2 is 4. 4 is outside, and only one number left that will stay inside the bracket. Square root. So the third form of square root of 32 is 4 square root of 2. Come on, boys. Now, next is, what is 4 minus minus? So it makes it plus. So 2 plus 4, 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 square is 36. And 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 square is 9. I'm going to write it. 36 plus 9 is going to give me 45. Can I do the prime factorization? 45, 3, 15, 3, 5. I have a pair. I'm going to write 3 only outside, and inside I'm going to write this 5. So 3 square root of 5 is a third of square root of 45. Can I do the next one now? So this gives me 5 squared, which is 25. 12 minus 0 is 144. And 144 plus 25 is going to give me 169. And the square root of 169 is 13. Okay, next. If I do this one, 4 minus 3, Mr. Omar, the answer is 7. 7 squared is 49. 49. And 3 minus 1 is 4. 4 squared is going to give me 16. What is 49 and 16, guys? It is going to give you 65. And 65, I don't think so, guys. There are so many factors of any prime factorization will turn it into the furthermore third form. You can do it by yourself. So 7 minus 1, 36. Oh, this point is to be noted. Mr. Omar, I'm going to have -3 minus 5 is -8 whole square. In mathematics, you need to know whenever there is a negative sign, that negative sign will be gone away. Why? Because this square absorbed this minus sign. So my answer is just 8 squared, which is equal to 64. Now 36 plus 64 is 100, and the square root of 100 is 10. So my distance is 10. The rest of the question, you can do it by yourself on distances. Now the final stage came, equation of a line. Actually, there are two forms whenever I learn equation of a line. It is always given in this form. 2 terms on the left and 1 term on the right. This term has x. This term has y. And this is a constant term without x and y. So I'm going to write any coefficient of x. I'm going to write any coefficient of y, and I'm going to write any constant of here. So this is called standard form of a line. So standard form of a line is the first equation or the raw form of the equation of a line. It has 3 terms. It has x term, it has y term, it has constant. Now you will definitely say, Mr. Omar, how come you say this is the standard form? Yes, this is the standard form, but you wrote some equations in which only x was majood, only y was majood. What was that? You were also calling it as equation of a line. Yeah, Sheikh, that is a special equation, special line. And when I say x is equal to 3, I know this is a vertical line. This is a vertical line. Okay, got it. If you really want to write it, then I can write it as 1x plus 0y is equal to 3. So I can convert it into the standard form. If I have a horizontal line, supposedly I have a y is equals to 3. No problem. I can convert it into standard form. 0x plus 1y is equal to 3. Wow. I can write any equation in a standard form, but be careful. You have to know your x coefficient is 0, y coefficient is 0. But all the slanted lines, their x coefficient, y coefficients are non-zero. Now, what is the first job I have? I have to rearrange I have to rearrange the standard form into a specific form. And I love that form. What is that? Y alone, then you need to write the x term, and then you need to write the constant here. So once you make your x with the coefficient 1, you write something over here that is called the gradient, and you write something here as a constant which is called c. Y is equal to mx plus c. So many times examiner will ask you to convert from standard form to y is equal to mx plus c, or from gradient intercept form, he will ask you to convert it into the standard form. So don't make a big problem for us to do this rearrangement. So let's start working on our questions. He said that, can you find the equation of a line whose gradient is 2? So any gradient is 2 and the y-intercept is 4. So c is equal to 4. Let me explain you what is the meaning of y-intercept. Y-intercept is a point where the line cuts the y-axis, so 4. And just a moment ago, I told you how to sketch the line. So gradient is 2, so 2 over 1. So you go 2 units up and 1 unit right. So that is the rough sketch of that line. I want to write the equation of a line. So equation of a line in this form is y is equal to mx plus c form is y, my gradient is 2. So I'm going to write 2x. And what is my c? Y-intercept is 4. So y is equal to 2x plus 4 is the gradient intercept form. But I can convert it into standard form. How? Send the 2x to the left. So minus 2x plus y is equal to 4. So guys, you can convert it into standard form, but it is not required over here. Now the next question, he said, can you write the equation of a line with the gradient -3? Yes, gradient is -3 and y-intercept is 1. So c is equal to 1. Y is equals to -3x plus 1 is the equation of this line. In this case, he said the gradient is 5 and crossing the y-axis or y-intercept, same thing. So c is equal to -6, y is equals to 5x minus 6. Now the guy has written the equation in y is equal to mx plus c form. So your m is, your gradient is minus 1 over 2, and your y-intercept is 3. Now I need to write the coordinates. Oh man, coordinates where the line cuts the y-axis. Okay, Mr. Omar, our c is -7, but these are not the coordinates. So -7, can I write in the coordinates form? So x coordinate is always 0 on the y-axis, so -7. So the coordinates of the y-intercept is always 0, -7. Now find equation of a line with gradient 0. If a gradient is 0, so y is equals to 0x and the y-intercept is -3. Basically, this is the horizontal line whose gradient is always negative, its gradient is always 0 and the y-intercept is -3. So y is equal to -3, I can write as the horizontal line. A line, imagine this is the y-intercept. When the x-coordinate is 0, your y-coordinate is 2, so my c is 2. And now gradient is -4. I want to write the equation of a line. Y is equals to -4x plus 2. Next is, again, the x coordinate 0. It means this should be my c. This should be my c. So c is equals to -1. So y is equals to m is 1.5x -1. That's the equation of a line. Now gradient is -2 and it is passing through the origin. Passing through the origin means c is equal to 0. So y is equal to -2x plus 0, or you can call it as y is equal to -2x. Now gradient is 0.5, y-intercept is -4. So y is equal to 0.5x minus 4 is the equation of a line. A line is passing through 2 points. Can I find the gradient first? The gradient is 7 minus 3 over 3 minus 1, 4 over 2, the gradient is 2. So y is equals to 2x plus c, but c is still not found. I can use either this point or this point to get the value of c. Suppose I pick this point. Can I plug the value of x1? The value of x is 1, and the value of y is 3. I'm putting it here to get the value of c. So 3 is equal to 2 plus c. So c is equal to 3 minus 2. So C is equal to 1. I found M, I found C. I'm ready to write the equation of a line. Y is equals to 2x plus 1. So M was 2 and C was 1. Let's try this question again. Try to find the equation of a line which is passing through these 2 points. I need to find the gradient first. How can I find the gradient? Gradient formula is 8 minus 4 over 2 minus minus 2, 4 over 4. The answer is 1. So y is equals to 1x plus c is the equation of a line. But the problem is this, I don't have c. How to find c? For this, I need to use one of the points. So this time I'm using 2, 8. So in the place of 8, in the place of y, I'm gonna write 8. And in the place of x, I'm gonna write 2. So can I find the value of c now? C is equals to 8 minus 2, and that gives you 4. What is the final equation? Y is equals to the gradient I found, it was 1. Y is equal to 1x, and c was 4. This is the answer. This is telling you 0, 5, c is equals to 5. Can I find the gradient? 1 minus 5 over 4 minus 0, so minus 4 over 4, the answer is minus 1. Y is equals to negative 1x plus 5. No need to substitute the point because it is understood the y-intercept is 5. Next case is I want to write the equation of this line which gradient is given. So gradient is 10 minus minus 2 over 3 minus minus 3. So 12 over 6, the gradient is 2. Y is equals to 2x plus c. May I substitute this point? So 10, 2, and this is 3 plus c. 10 is equals to 6 plus c. And c is equals to 4. Equation of a line is y is equal to, speak it up, 2x, and c is 4. That is the final equation of a line. Next, he said, can you find the equation of a line passing through these 2 points? Why not? I can find the gradient first. The gradient is negative 2, negative 6, negative 2, negative 6 over 5 minus 1. So m is equal to negative 8 over 4. That gives me negative 2. Half job is done. Y is equal to negative 2x plus c. So may I substitute 1, 6? So 6 here and 1 here, and c will come to me 8. So the equation of a line is y is equals to negative 2x plus 8. Last question I will do for this. So what is the gradient? 11 minus 2 over 2 minus minus 1. So this gives you 9, this gives you 3. So y is equals to 3x plus c. May I substitute 11 too? So 11, this is 2 plus c. 11 is equal to 6 plus c. C is equals to 5. Final equation is y is equals to 3x plus 5. One question which I really want to solve with you, in which I want to write the equation of a line whose x coordinates are same. Now, don't waste your time. You can write the answer directly. This answer is just x is equal to 2. Because this is a vertical line, your gradient will be infinity. Okay, no need to waste your time on this particular question. Okay, the rest is same. Now, the examiner has given you the equation in standard form, and he said, can you convert it into y is equal to mx plus c form? That's not a big deal. Equation is 2x plus 3y is equal to 12. I can send the first 2x to the right-hand side. So 3y is equal to negative 2x plus 12 divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3. So y is equals to negative 2 over 3x plus 3 cancel with 12. It gives you 4. So my gradient is minus 2 over 3, and my y-intercept is 4. Let's try this question. 4x minus y is equal to 7. You remember, I always try to make the subjective term positive. So that's why I will not send the 4x to the right. I will send rather y to the right-hand side so that it becomes positive. And in the same time, I will send the 7 to the left. So what happens, guys? 4x is already there. The plus 7 becomes negative 7 on the left, and minus y, when it goes to the right, it becomes plus y. Now, what's my gradient, guys? The coefficient of x is m, that is 4, and the c is negative 7. I wrote it. Now, I need to convert it into the standard form. Can I send? Standard form is x term, y term, and the constant. Why not? We can rearrange the equations. So send this negative 3x to the left. So guys, it goes to the left, it becomes 3x plus y is equals to 2. So this is the standard form. This is already the standard form, and I want to find a gradient, the y-intercept. Can I write 2y is equal to negative 5x plus 10? So divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2, y is equal to negative 5 over 2x plus 5. So what is my gradient? My gradient is minus 5 over 2. And what is my y-intercept? That is 5. Now, in this case, I want to multiply the entire equation with 2 because I want to get rid of this 2. So what is the best scenario? When I multiply this with 2, multiply this with 2, multiply this with 2, this change it to 2y. 2 cancel, so you are just left with x, and 3 times 2 is 6. Now, in a standard form, I need to send the plus x to the left. So minus x plus 2y is equal to 6 is equal to, this is the standard form. Now, he said, can you convert into y is equal to mx plus c? So 6y stays there, 9x goes to the right, 9x plus 18. Now, y is equals to 9 over 6x plus 18 over 6, and then y is equals to 3 over 2x plus 3. This is your gradient, and this is your y-intercept. And then after that, he said, can you write in the simplest form? In a simplest form, when I do that, I have to divide all the terms. And when I write 4y is equals to negative x plus 16, so divided by 4, divided by 4, divided by 4. So y is equal to negative 2x plus 4. This is the simplest form. Now I want to write the gradient, the y-intercept. So since the y is negative, then I'm going to write 7x negative 9 is equals to 3y divided by 3, divided by 3, divided by 3. So y is equals to, what is this? 7 over 3x, and minus 9 over 3 makes it as minus 3. I want to convert the slope intercept form, which is gradient intercept form, which is y is equal to mx plus c form. Can I do that? 5y is equal to negative 10x plus 20 divided by 5, divided by 5, divided by 5. So y is equal to negative 2 plus 4. So that's my final answer. Now I want to convert it into standard form, bring it to the left. So 2x becomes minus 2x plus y is equal to negative 4. If a student wants to multiply the entire equation with the negative sign to make less negative signs, so this becomes 2x negative y is equal to 4. So both are the answers, either this or this. Next is parallel lines, guys. In mathematics, parallel lines means when the lines have same gradient, and if this gradient is the same as this gradient, you can say that these two lines are parallel lines. Okay, got it? So how can I find the equation of a line? How can I find the equation of a line when it is parallel to another line? Very good. Like y is equal to 3x plus 4, and I want to write the equation of this line. Yani I want to write the equation of this line. This line is given to me. I can easily borrow the gradient because these two lines are parallel, then their gradients must be the same. If this is 3, this has to be 3. C will be found later, but gradients are equal, not the y-intercepts are equal, gradients are equal. So let's start the equation of parallel lines very quickly. This is the given equation, and I want to write a new equation. So the new equation, again, I'm telling you, this is the equation which is already given by the examiner, y is equal to 3x plus 2. He said that, can you write another equation whose gradient is the same? So y is equal to 3x, but c is not known to me. So I'm going to write y is equals to 3x plus c. This is a new line, not the line which he gave it to us. C is not known to me. And you remember how we always find C? We always use the point and substitute it in the place of X and Y to get the value of C. So please, guys, go ahead and try to find the value of C. So your Y is 5 and your X is 1. So 5 minus 3 is equal to C is equal to 2. Wow, I can find the equation of a line. What is the gradient? 3x. And what is the C? The new C you found it, that is 2. Now, next question. I want to write another equation of a line. This is the given equation of a line, and I want to write the new equation. When the new equation I write it, since their gradients are same, since they are parallel, so y is equals to negative 2x. This is the gradient, negative 2. I write the same gradient, but you have to find a value of c. How to find the value of c? I need to plug this 4, 1 in the place of y and x. Y is 1. Negative 2, 4 plus c. So 1 plus 8 is equal to c is equals to 9. So the final equation is y is equals to negative 2x plus 9 is the equation of a line. Then is I want to write a line parallel to this line. Okay, what's the gradient it has? The gradient is half. So I'm going to write my equation y is equals to half x plus c. Now c can be found by using this point. Y is 4, half x is negative 2 plus c. Cancel. 4 is equal to negative 1 plus c. So c will be equals to 5. What is the final equation? Y is equals to half x plus 5. Next. Oh, this equation is given in a standard form. Can I convert it into the y is equal to mx plus c form or slope intercept form? So 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 10. Y is equals to negative 3 over 2x plus 5. So the gradient is negative 3 over 2. So my new equation is y equals minus 3 over 2x plus c. Can I plug the points? So y is 5 minus 3 over 2. In the place of x, I put minus 1. And what is this answer, guys? So 5 is equals to minus 3 over 2 times minus 1 gives you 3 over 2 plus c. So 3 over 2 is 1.5. When you bring it to the left, well, 5 minus 1.5 c is equal to 3.5. Now I can write the equation of a line. Y is equals to minus 1.5x plus 3.5 is the equation of a line. Now this line has a gradient negative 4. Y is equal to negative 4x plus c. In order to find the value of c, he has given x coordinate, y coordinate negative 3 and negative 4 in the place of x2. C is equal to negative 3 plus 8 and c will be 5. What is the equation of a parallel line? Y is equal to negative 4x, c is 5. I want to write the equation of this line. Y is equal to 7x plus c, 3, 4. So 4, 7, 3 here plus c. So 4 is equal to 21 plus c. C is equal to 4 minus 21. So that will give you negative 17. Equation of a line is y is equals to 7x minus 17. Question number 7. Y is equal to negative 3 over 4x plus c. Substitute this point, negative 1 minus 3 over 4, and x is 8 plus c. Cancel 4 with the 8. So negative 1, and this becomes 2. So negative 3 times 2 is negative 6 plus c. Negative 1 plus 6 is equal to c. C is equal to 5. And the equation of the line is y equals, what was the gradient, guys? That was negative 3 over 4x. And what is the value of c you found? That is 5. Last but not the least, when the two lines are perpendicular. When I come to know the two lines are perpendicular. The two lines are perpendicular. I mean, they are making 90 degrees with each other when their gradients are negative flip of each other. Negative flip means if this gradient is 2 over 3, what is the flip? The flip is the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2. And if someone says, can you reciprocate 2 over 3? Yes, the reciprocal of 2 over 3 is 3 over 2, but change the sign as well. So if this is a positive, you write a negative. So this is the gradient of a perpendicular line. Supposedly, if I give you a line whose gradient is 7 and I say, can you write the gradient of a perpendicular line? Yes, Mr. Romer. Can you can you reciprocate 7? The reciprocal of 7 is 1 over 7. Since it has a positive sign, I write a negative 1 over 7. You can write 1 over negative 7 or negative 1 over 7, same thing. If I say m is equals to 1 over 3, what is the reciprocal of a 1 over 3? The reciprocal of 1 over 3 is 3 over 1. It has a positive sign. You write minus 3 is the gradient of a perpendicular line. If there is a line whose gradient is negative 2 over 3 and I want to write the gradient of a perpendicular line, can I take the opposite flip of this? The opposite flip of negative 2 over 3 is just 3 over 2. If I have a gradient 7 over 5, then can I take the opposite flip? The opposite flip be minus 5 over 7. Another important point, when the two gradients of a line and the perpendicular line, when we multiply them together, answer is always comes equal to negative 1. And if the product of the two gradients or two lines gradients are taken and multiply, when we multiply the two gradients and the answer is negative 1, the two lines will also be perpendicular to each other. But I want you to just use the technique of a negative flip. Did you see that? Negative flip or opposite flip. For example, if the examiner has given you a line whose gradient is 2, can I write the perpendicular gradient? That will be negative 1 over 2. For example, in this case, the gradient is 3. Can I write the gradient of a perpendicular line? Negative 1 over 3. Now, in this case, examiner is not interested only in the gradient. He said rather find the equation of a line perpendicular. Wonderful. So y is equal to, what is the perpendicular gradient? Negative 1 over 3, but I don't have c. In order to find c, I need to substitute this point. So 2 here, negative 1 over 3, and 1 here plus c. So 2 plus 1 over 3 is equal to c. So that will give you 7 over 3 c. Final answer will come to me. Y is equals to, don't use m is equal to 3. You need to use minus 1 over 3x plus 7 over 3. That is the equation of a perpendicular line. Let's try to solve this question and then you will understand it. For example, this line has a gradient negative 1 over 2. Can I write the perpendicular gradient? Opposite flip or opposite reciprocal, it is 2. So gradient of a perpendicular line is 2. Can I write the equation of a line now? Y is equal to 2x plus c. In order to get the value of c, I need to plug in this point. So negative 1 is equal to 2 times 2 plus c. So c will come to you negative 5. Am I ready to write the equation of the perpendicular line? Y is equals to 2x and negative 5. This equation is not given in y is equal to mx plus c form. So can I convert it? So y is equals to 3 over 2x plus 1 over 2. So the gradient is 3 over 2, but what is the perpendicular gradient? That should be minus 2 over 3. Next is 4x minus 2 is equal to y. The gradient is 4. The perpendicular gradient will be negative 1 over 4. He said that, can you find the equation of a line? So y is equals to negative 1 over 4x plus c. Substitute this point, 3 here, and negative 1 over 4 and negative 1 plus c. So 3 plus 1 over minus 1 over 4 is equal to 0. So you will be getting 11 over 4 for c. Equation of a line will be y is equals to, come on, this is the gradient, negative 1 over 4x. And what is the value of c? We found it is 11 over 4. Final thing, question number 6. He said, can you find the equation of a perpendicular bisector? This is very interesting. Perpendicular bisector is a line which is passing through the midpoint, and that is perpendicular. Okay, that is perpendicular. If I give you a point and b point, you need to find the gradient of AB, and then you need to find the gradient of a perpendicular line. So let's try to find the midpoint of A and B. So the midpoint, 2 and 6, 2 plus 6 over 2, 4 and 8, 4 plus 8 over 2. So that is 4 and this is 6. So midpoint is found. So the perpendicular bisector will be passing through this to get the value of C. How to find the gradient? So the gradient of AB is, come on, 8 minus 4 over 6 minus 2. So that gives you 4 over 4. And the gradient is 1. But I am not interested in the gradient of AB. Rather, I'm interested in the gradient of a perpendicular. So what is the negative flip of 1? The negative flip of 1 is negative 1. Okay, so y is equals to negative x plus c. Substitute this point to get the value of c. 6 is equals to negative 4 plus c is equal to 10. What is the equation of a perpendicular bisector now? Y is equals to negative x plus 10. I hope it is clear to you. The next question is also on perpendicular bisector. So perpendicular bisector, I need to find the midpoint. Midpoint is negative 3 plus 9 over 2. And 8 plus minus 2 over 2. So that gives you 6 over 2 and 6 over 2. That gives you 3 and 3. So midpoint is found. That will be helpful to get the value of C. What is the gradient of this line? So minus 2 minus 8, 9 minus minus 3. So minus 10 over 12, or I will get minus 5 over 6. What is the gradient of a perpendicular? 6 over 5. That is a negative flip. Now I'm ready to find the equation of a perpendicular bisector. Y is equal to 6 over 5x plus c. In order to get c, we need to use the value 3. So 3 is equal to 6 over 5. This is 3 plus c. 3 is equal to 18 over 5 plus c. 3 minus 18 over 5c, and this will give you negative 3 over 4 if you can use calculator. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 minus 18 is going to give you minus 3 over 5. So what is the final equation I get? Y is equals to, perpendicular was 6 over 5x and negative 3 over 5. Finally, the examiner has given you the equation of a line, and I want to write the perpendicular to it. The gradient is, this is -3. The perpendicular will be 1/3. Y is equals to 1/3 x plus c. Substitute it. 1/3, and this is 3 plus c. 3 cancels, so c will be 0, and my equation will be y is equals to 1/3 x plus 0. And then after that, examiner gave you this line. Can I find a gradient? 2y is equal to -5x plus 10, and y is equal to -5/2x plus 10/2. Y is equal to -5/2x plus 5. So the gradient is -5/2, but the perpendicular gradient will be -2/5, and it's passing through 0 minus 4, so my c is equal to -4. Y is equal to -2/5x plus or -4 is the equation of the perpendicular. Now this one, what's the gradient? The gradient is 4. The perpendicular gradient will be -1/4, and I can write the equation y is equal to -1/4x plus c. Substitute this point. This is 5, and it's 1/4, and this is 2 plus c. So 5 is equal to -1/2 plus c. 5 plus 1/2 is equal to c. 2 times 5 is 10. 10 plus 1, 11/2 is equal to c. Equation y equals -1/4x plus 11/2. That's the final answer. Challenging question, I gave it to you guys. This is a past paper question. Coordinates of A are given, coordinates of B are given, and I want to find equation of a perpendicular to AB. Well, what is the gradient of AB? Come on. The gradient of AB is -7, -5/1 minus 3. So -12/-2. So the answer is 6. What is the gradient of a perpendicular? Negative flip of 6 is -1/6. So y is equal to -1/6x plus c. It is passing through the point A. Can I plug in the point A? The point A is 5 here and -1/6, and here is 3 plus c. Can I cancel 3 with the 6? So 5 is equal to -1/2 plus c. Send the -1/2 this side. 5 plus 1/2 is equal to c. So it is 11/2 c. I found c. I found m. This is gradient, and this is the c. Y equals -1/x plus 11/2. That's the final answer, and we are done with the sheet. Guys, although I move very fast, but I know in the class we did discuss so many things. Yani we already covered this concept. When you watch the video, if you will have further inquiries, you may ask me, and then I will either make a video or maybe in face-to-face session I will explain it to you. Thank you guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.